Happy Thursday. Vanlife cameraman Jeremy here. Got another little video. Just thought I'd make a quickie. I got a last minute job last night, or yesterday afternoon rather, to come up to near Oxford. Some sheep over there. To come up to near Oxford and film a corporate video. Low budget, last minute. So I packed my usual stuff into my van, but not the big camera, only the little camera today, the one I'm filming on actually. And so I was faced with the option of either staying at my studio base in Farnham for the night and then driving across the M4 and up the A34 in traffic, or the choice I made was I came here to this pub called the Rose Revived, had a really nice meal, that was really lovely, and then they kindly let me stay in the car park, as a lot of places do. So I stayed in the camper van in the car park. They got a nice bridge here, River Thames Walk, made in the 14th century. I think it says that anyway. No, it wasn't. It was made in 1644. I should do my research before I press record, shouldn't I? So in 1644 they made this bridge over the River Thames. Apparently it's the first ever bridge that was built over the Thames. So that's pretty cool. This is the spot that it's based at, which is really cool. So I thought I'd get myself a coffee and have a walk. So I stayed here last night. It was a bit chilly, but I had the electric blanket, so that was all right. Woke up nice and early, as you do. Got myself a coffee, and I'm just going for a little walk down to see this bridge. There's already people come in, so it's going to be busy soon. It's already starting to busy up, to be honest. There's a set of traffic lights right by the bridge, and the rush hour traffic's already starting to queue a bit. It was really quiet about half an hour ago, but not so much now. I thought I'd have a little adventure on a Wednesday night, just to break the week up a bit, and obviously to make the commute to the job this morning a little bit less taxing on the brain. So behind the pub they've got a really nice extra car park, really nice and flat, surrounded by fields and sheep. This is the pub, this is the car park, and this is where I stayed last night. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of pubs out there nowadays that lead the business, so if you spend a bit of money with them, you can get yourself some food, get yourself a couple of beers, and they'll let you stay in the car park. There is a website, Park for Night, which is widely available, and some pubs are members of that, but if you just go in and ask them, they're pretty good about it. What I did was I gave them a call from home just to confirm that they were okay with me doing that, having a meal, some beers and staying over, and they were totally fine. When I woke up this morning and I needed the loo, as you do, their doors were open. But I think that's because they've got a hotel, so you know they've got to allow the guests to get up and come downstairs if they need to. And they made me a coffee at sort of 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's check out the van. Put the big light on. Yeah, so there's no noise at all in the night. A little bit of noise from the road, because there is a little link road goes behind the van here, but that's fine. That's just locals, I think. So I haven't got my big camera, as I said. It's a low budget job. I've got the diesel heater, but I wasn't going to set that up. That would make too much noise, and it wasn't actually that cold. What have I got in the fridge? Some Trip, which is an energy drink without the caffeine, some crumpets, some milk, coffee, bread, and some Milk chocolate tea cakes. Forgot I bought them. Bought them from the garage, I think. So it's turned into a nice morning. It's not raining, it's not cold. It's quite fresh, there's no wind. So the bridge looks lovely. There's a good little walk down there. Got a few little shots of that. And then I should head off to my job. But it's not until mid-morning, so I've got plenty of time. I might go back into the pub and get myself some breakfast. Because I do have crumpets, and I could cook them here, but you know what it's like when you're in a nice establishment and they've probably got a nice eggs benedict or a veggie breakfast or something. Ooh, yeah, maybe I'll do that. But their prices are reflective of how nice the place was. So it was 25 quid for cod, chips, scampi and a pint, which that's sort of how much things cost nowadays, I guess. So I'll consider doing that in a minute actually. But this was just a quick video just to add to my highly neglected YouTube channel that I've just started putting videos on. So next weekend I shall be at Liddon Hill and I shall make a video there similar to the one I made at Brands Hatch last week. But this is a little sort of behind the scenesy sort of thing of what I do in the week. So if I stay in Surrey where the home base studio is, you know, all week, it does get a little bit tedious. So with the camper van I can come out and I can just visit somewhere new, miss the rush hour traffic, which I hate with a passion. I can't stand it. I'm sure it's the same for everybody. And then, you know, when you go back, I'll be going back before the rush hour this evening, so that'll be fine. Upload the footage and do any editing or work I need to do on the footage. So that's the beauty of having the camper van and working out the camper van. If I was away for the weekend, I would have my laptop with me and I would probably do the uploading from here, because I have, and there's a lot of different options for this, an awful lot. The newest and most effective one is the Starlink that people do have, but I've got a Netgear Nighthawk router, which is probably about 4 or 5 years old now. Just has a SIM card in it. It gets 4G, and I can upload most stuff in a few hours. So it's not the end of the world. It's a handy thing to have. Mobile email. Of course, it all runs off my Blue Yeti AC200L, which is inside my homemade box, which is really cool actually, because it just makes sure that it doesn't drop below 0. So the box anyway, what are we in at the moment? We're on 5 degrees, and that's, no, so here in the van it's 5 degrees, but in the box with the power unit in it, it's 14. And I don't even think the heater's on. Yeah, it is. So I've got one of those USB body warmer things. You're supposed to place them in your coat and sort of against your body and things like that, and it just runs off 5 volts USB, so it takes no energy at all, and it doesn't actually get particularly hot, but the ambient temperature of the box raises quite considerably if you leave it on for a few hours. So that's pretty handy actually. Right, I'm going to finish my coffee, think of what else to say. So here we are. It's a nice morning. So I could have stayed at the studio in Surrey, but this is more of an adventure really. Let's have a little look what I've got. It's the usual stuff, but no need for the big camera. Just got the little one I'm working on. That's my sound equipment. Only really needed that. The light, funnily enough, is this light. So I can take that in and actually film with that, and use it for in the van here as well. I've got my gas so I can cook up some food if I want some, because I've actually got a can of curry over there. Don't think I'll be eating that for breakfast though. But Yes, the diesel heater, the power unit, the electric blanket that stayed on all day yesterday. I actually put it on a couple of hours before I get to where I'm going, because it does take a while to warm up, and if you put it on early, then it'll be lovely by the time you get to wherever you're going and time you need to actually go to bed. So you've always got a nice warm place to sit down.